Yes, hello, my friends. This is Richard. For those who know me, yes, it's been a while since I made any sort of video. And, well, you would realize that a lot of the videos that I did have up, many of them have been taken down for reasons that may be explained or not. Who knows? For those of you who don't know me, well, my name is Richard. I'm here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm starting over. Really, I'm starting over. I've been running a small business here in Port of Spain for the past 20 something years, and I think it's time to start something new. The type of business I did here basically was, for the better part of it, typing and desktop publishing and craft, that sort of thing. A lot of those things I'm still going to continue doing, but I'm going to change my trajectory. Um, like just a few minutes ago, I finished doing some orchids for a carnival band. They needed some orchids to put on their costumes, so I finished up that. Um, do a lot of projects for children, for school, and that sort of thing, building projects and such. That's what I'm doing. That's what I do now. But my passion and my dream for a number of years was to do a carnival, what they call carnival in the United States. We call them Mayfairs or fairs, um, or school bazaars, that sort of thing. It was always my dream and passion to do game shows, and games in general. Like for instance, this past week there I had a interesting conversation with my little daughter, and I asked her, "Do you all play moral in school?" And she was like, "What is moral?" I said, "Well, do you all play like hopscotch in school?" Yeah, they know of hopscotch, but they don't play hopscotch. See, so then I really inquired, into these things and see that a lot of these, in my time would have been called traditional games that children would go outside and play, they don't do it anymore. The only thing that probably has remained, as far as boys are concerned, I can say, is football. Because you go outside, you have to play the football outside. But the traditional marbles and hopscotch, moral, these type of games, they don't play them anymore. Not to mention Mayfairs and bazaars where you have ring toss games and all these different types of games. They just don't exist very much, I should say, anymore. So this is the direction I decided to go. I decided to start a business that does these types of outdoor and family type games, to revive it, more or less. There are a few businesses right now in Trinidad and Tobago I've noticed that are renting these types of outdoor games, tic tac toe and um, Connect Four and all these types of games. They rent it for party type settings, but basically what they do is you call them up, you make that arrangement, you rent their games, they come, they drop it off, they go, they when you're finished at the end of the day, they, or what, 4 hours, whatever it is, and they come back, they collect their games, and that's the end of that. So sometimes you end up with games there nobody knows about, or you end up with games that nobody knows how to play. So what I will be doing with my new business is not just renting games, but you will have that opportunity when you have your birthday party or family gathering, sports day, whatever it is. you can hire me to come and not only bring games but have a full-fledged game show, complete with MC, complete with music, complete with the fun, the craziness, the up and down, complete with the prizes accordingly, whatever is the arrangement, so that we make the thing more fun. We reintroduce this game to a new generation. And incidentally, the name of the business will be Retromania Traveling Game Show. That's right, the Retromania Traveling Game Show, and we would be about a lot of retro games. We not about that, this that it fries the brain in my mind. So we want to get children, we want to get teenagers, we want to get the adults active again, we want to get people hula hooping, we want to get people playing moral, we want to get people doing the boy girl animal game thing. We want to get them back in this with this nostalgia, and we are not going to be going the video game route. There are places and opportunities for that elsewhere. We are about family fun. Alright, so look out for me. I'll be posting a lot more. The Retromania Traveling Game Show, and contact me if you need to get any more information, and I'm going to we're going to make an arrangement so that we can do that as I go along and develop more and do some more games and promotions. I'll be making recordings and posting it up so people can see what this is all about. This here video is just basically an introduction into where I am going, and also to let you know where I am and where I was. This is where I am right now at my office, little tiny office. It's an absolute mess. I usually call my office Chaos Central, because here's where all the chaos happens. When it's quiet, it's really, really quiet. But when the chaos starts, it's a never-ending blur of madness taking place in here. Customers coming, customers leaving, customers waiting to get things done, people calling, and it all happens all at the same time. Sometimes I don't even get a chance to get myself organized or cleaned up before we have 4 people waiting outside. Today, I chose my day to make this video, my first video. It's quiet. Love it. Family is at home, just me here. As I said, just finished doing these orchids. Do a whole lot of stuff. Alright. Not only that, I got some remember I talked about the games, so we're gonna have little knickknacks and tokens that will be given to people who win the games as we move along and stuff. It all depends on what is arranged for that particular event. But some of the stuff I got like balls to play games. Now, what do you say? Okay. We got some other little toys and knickknacks here. Another bag of knickknacks that we imported. And there's a whole bag over there. Oh, that is my mannequin that I use to create some costumes for cosplay. It came in very, very handy. I made it to the size of the customer, and it came in very, very handy to get the, well, you know what I mean. Alright, so we have our prizes set aside for our first set of events. And as far as games are concerned, what sort of games are we talking about? I'm already into 10 minutes and I don't want to take up much more of your time. The sort of games we are looking at is those group games, like those minute to win it games, our traditional games, as I said. And incidentally, older ones, teach the younger girls about this game called Moral, because pretty soon we are going to start. Anyway, just teach them, let them know what it is, because we are going to be approaching schools. And let me do get ahead of myself. Okay, right. Right now I'm also, oh yes, just stepped out of frame. Yes, dice, because a lot of the games we're gonna need dice, so I'm making some big dice to play our games. And also physical stuff like cornhole board, and we have a whole giant Ludo here. When I say giant, when we are doing Ludo competitions, one of these little snakes and ladder board that you will pay $2 for at the variety store would not do. Okay, we have a 40-inch Ludo board that we are going to be using, as well as we're going to have about the same size of a, some people call it draft, some people call it checkers. We're going to have a giant checkerboard that size, so a lot of the games that the people who rent these things generally they don't push, we are going to have it, and we are going to get those things done. All right, so let me leave it at that, because I'm already at 12 minutes. I don't want to take up more of the time. Like I said, as we move on, the Retromania Roadshow will be coming on stream very soon. We are going to have some very small promotional shows taking place until we have a launching about the Easter period. We're going to have a launching, because we have some really big plans coming up for Retromania. And when you speak retro, you are speaking like 2000s, in 1999, 98, 97, 96, 78, 75, 75, straight up back down the line there. So we have a lot of material to be going through and going over, to make sure it's all exciting for this modern, what they call them now is Gen Z, Gen X, whatever they are, those children that were born after me, who don't know what moral is. We are going to get them up to speed. All right, so this is Richard, and look out for me again soon, because we are doing it. It's gonna be done. Retromania Roadshow. Let's play.